What if I told you that most women completely miss the signs that a man truly values them? Worse still, what if you think you're special to him, but in reality, you're just another option in his life? It's a tough reality, isn't it? The thought that maybe, just maybe, you've been misreading the signals all along. Beautiful, spicy ladies. And here's the hardest part. Most of the time, men won't flat out tell you how they feel. They won't stand in front of you, look you in the eyes, and declare, "You mean the world to me." If they did, well, that would be too easy, wouldn't it? Words are easy to say. Anyone can say, "I love you," or "You're special." But the real measure of how much a man values you goes far beyond those words. Real value is shown in more subtle, sometimes unspoken ways. It's in the things he does without needing a thank you or a big acknowledgement. It's in the small gestures that make a huge impact on your life, but that you might overlook if you're too focused on the obvious. You see, men communicate their feelings in ways that are often harder to recognize, especially if you're used to seeing the world through the lens of grand gestures and overt declarations of love. But trust me, that's not where the magic is. You'll find that the things they don't say, the things they choose not to vocalize, speak louder than anything they could ever express with words. These are the unspoken actions, the quiet moments that show you exactly where you stand in his life. If you're waiting for him to shout his feelings from the rooftops, you may be missing out on what's right in front of you. So, how do you know for sure if you've truly carved out a special place in his heart? Well, it's in the subtle things he does. It's in the way he shows up for you when it matters most, even when it's inconvenient or doesn't directly benefit him. It's in the way he's there for you when you're at your lowest, when you're struggling, or when you're feeling overwhelmed. And it's not because he has to, but because he chooses to. That's a huge indicator. A man who values you will never let you feel like you're carrying your burdens alone. You're about to uncover some surprising truths about men and how they express their feelings. Stick around, because what you'll learn could make you see the special connection you share in a whole new light. Let's uncover these signs together. Number 1, he defends you in front of others. Imagine this. You're in a group setting, perhaps at a family gathering or a social event with friends, and someone makes a negative comment about you. Whether it's about your appearance, your choices, or something else entirely. The room goes quiet, and all eyes turn to him. Then, without hesitation, he steps up, calmly but firmly defending you. Maybe he challenges the comment, reassures everyone that they're wrong, or simply stands by your side in a way that signals his loyalty. Take a moment to understand just how significant this act is. When a man defends you in front of others, it's not just about protecting your honor in that moment. It's about showing that he's willing to stand up for you no matter what. This is an act of emotional courage, one that requires him to put himself in a potentially uncomfortable or confrontational position. It's a sign that he values you not just behind closed doors, but in the eyes of the world. Men are often taught to appear strong and stoic, but when he stands up for you in a group, he's letting everyone know that you matter to him enough that he'll risk embarrassment or conflict to make sure you're respected and cared for. This isn't just about defending you in a disagreement. It's a broader gesture of loyalty, respect, and care. And let's not forget that doing so can also be a vulnerable act. When a man defends you, he's making himself emotionally exposed to criticism or tension. But he's doing it because he's committed to your well-being, and because he wants you to feel supported in every aspect of your relationship, even when others don't see things your way. So when a man defends you in front of others, recognize it as a powerful symbol of how deeply he values you and how strongly he feels about protecting what you have together. Number 2, he shares his fears with you. Let's talk about something that might surprise you: fear. Yes, fear. Men in general are often taught to hide their vulnerabilities. Society expects them to be strong, in control, and unaffected by emotional turmoil. But when a man opens up about his fears to you, it's a huge sign of trust. Picture this. You're sitting together, and out of nowhere, he starts sharing something personal. Maybe it's his anxiety about his job, his worries about the future, or something from his past that's still haunting him. This moment may feel a little unexpected, but it's far more meaningful than it seems. When he opens up about his fears, he's showing you a side of himself that's often kept hidden from the world. It's a vulnerable side, a side that's not easy for him to reveal. He's letting you in, giving you a peek into his inner world, and that's a big deal. Men don't typically share their fears with just anyone. Most of them will only do so with someone they trust deeply. By sharing his vulnerabilities with you, he's saying, "I feel safe enough with you to show my weak side." This is his way of telling you that you are someone he can rely on, someone he can be himself around without fear of judgment. Now, here's why this is so powerful. When a man shares his fears, he's not just looking for sympathy. He's not just hoping you'll make everything better. What he's really seeking is understanding. He wants to know that you see him as more than just the strong, confident person the world often expects him to be. In this moment, he's seeking comfort and, more importantly, connection. Number 3, he introduces you to his friends and family. Think about the significance of meeting a man's friends and family. For many, this is a major milestone in a relationship. These are the people who've known him the longest, who've seen him at his best and his worst, and who have shaped the man he's become. So when he introduces you to them, he's not just casually showing you off. He's allowing you into his inner circle, into the part of his life that matters the most to him. Imagine the trust it takes for a man to invite you into a space where his loved ones have witnessed his growth, struggles, and triumphs. This is more than just a social gesture. It's a declaration of how important you are in his life. By introducing you to the people who mean the most to him, he's saying, "You're not just a part of my life now. You're someone I see in my future." This level of commitment is significant because he's trusting you to navigate those relationships with him. Friends and family are the foundation of his life. And if he's confident enough to blend those worlds together, it's a powerful sign that he sees you as someone who's truly special. This moment is a stepping stone towards deeper emotional intimacy and an indication that you're not just a passing presence. You're someone he envisions being by his side for the long haul. Number 4, he wants to take care of you. Imagine this scenario. You've had a stressful day, and everything feels like it's piling up on your shoulders. You're exhausted, overwhelmed, and maybe even a little frustrated. Then, out of nowhere, he steps in. Maybe he cooks you a comforting meal, suggests taking a walk to clear your mind, or simply holds you close when you need to vent. These actions might seem like small everyday gestures, but they actually speak volumes about how much he cares for you. When a man wants to take care of you, it's not about being controlling or overbearing. It's about showing you that he values your well-being. He's not waiting for you to ask for help. He's intuitive. He's paying attention to your emotional, mental, and even physical needs, and he's actively doing something to make sure you feel supported. Whether it's making sure you get rest when you're tired or offering a word of encouragement when you're feeling down, these gestures are his way of saying, "I'm here for you." For many men, showing care is their way of expressing affection. Sometimes, words just aren't enough to communicate the depth of their feelings, and so their actions become their language. They might not always know how to perfectly articulate their emotions, but they know how to show you they care. If he's stepping up in times when you need help or support, it's his way of saying, "I've got your back." This desire to take care of you is more than just about providing material things or fixing problems. It's about being present emotionally and physically. It's about offering comfort, easing your burdens, and making sure that you feel loved and appreciated, especially when life feels overwhelming. Whether it's a simple gesture like holding your hand, listening when you speak, or finding small ways to lighten your load, these actions reveal a lot about how much he values you. It's not just about the big moments, it's also in the small, everyday acts of kindness. The man who notices when you're feeling down and does what he can to make you smile is showing you that he truly sees and understands you. He wants to ensure that you feel safe, loved, and cared for, not just when everything is going well, but also when life gets tough. That's what real commitment looks like. So when he goes out of his way to take care of you, it's a clear sign that he's not just in the relationship for fun or convenience. He's invested in you and in your happiness. It's his way of saying, "I care about your happiness and well-being, and I'll be here through both the good times and the bad." This act of caring isn't just about the gestures themselves, it's about the message behind them. "I'm here for you no matter what." And when he expresses this through his actions, it's a sign that he's committed to building something deeper, something real with you. Number 5, he opens up about his dreams. Dreams are the things that drive us, the passions that shape our future, and the hopes that fuel our every decision. So when a man shares his dreams with you, it's not just a conversation, it's an invitation to be part of his journey. These are the visions he has for his life, the goals he's working towards, and the ambitions that motivate him every day. And when he opens up about them to you, it's a clear sign that he sees you as a partner, not just someone passing through. Most men keep their dreams close to their chest, not because they don't trust you, but because they fear judgment or disappointment. But when he's willing to share these aspirations with you, he's telling you, "I trust you enough to let you in on my deepest desires." He's showing you that he values your opinion, and he wants you to be a part of the life he's building. Sharing his dreams is an expression of vulnerability, and it's a sign that he sees you as someone who will stand by him as he works towards achieving them. When a man shares his dreams, take it as an honor. It's not just about the future he envisions, it's about the role he wants you to play in it. If he's trusting you with his dreams, it means he sees you as someone special enough to be by his side through every step of the journey. Number 6, he makes time for you. Time is the one thing we can't get back, and it's often the first thing we sacrifice when life gets busy. So when a man makes time for you, it's a clear sign that you are a priority in his life. It doesn't matter if he has a packed schedule or a long list of responsibilities. If he's carving out time just for you, it shows that he values your presence above all else. This act of prioritizing you is incredibly telling. It means that despite all the demands on his time, he's choosing to invest in the relationship. Whether it's planning a date night, having a deep conversation, or simply spending time together in silence, the effort he puts into making time for you speaks volumes about how much he cares. Time is precious, and when a man gives it to you freely, it shows that he sees you as a meaningful part of his life. It's a sign of emotional investment, and it shows that he's not just looking for a temporary connection. He's in it for the long haul. Number 7, he trusts you with his secrets. Everyone has secrets, things they've kept hidden away, sometimes even from the people closest to them. So when a man trusts you with his secrets, it's an incredibly intimate act. These aren't just small, inconsequential details. They're pieces of his life that he's chosen to reveal only to a select few. The fact that he's opening up to you shows that he sees you as someone he can truly trust. He's vulnerable in front of you, sharing things that have been locked away in his heart. This kind of openness is rare, especially for men who are often taught to keep their emotions and struggles to themselves. But if he's telling you his secrets, it means he's ready to let you in on a level that goes beyond surface-level conversations. This kind of trust is a powerful thing. It's a sign that he sees you as a confidant, someone who won't judge him or use his vulnerabilities against him. And when a man shares his secrets with you, it's a clear indication that you're not just someone he likes, but someone he's ready to be truly real with. Number 8, he wants to make you happy. One of the clearest signs that a man cares about you is when he actively works to make you happy. It's not about grand gestures or big presents. It's the little things that count. Whether it's making you laugh when you're down, surprising you with something you love, or simply doing things that show he's paying attention to your needs, these are the acts that speak volumes. When a man is invested in your happiness, it means he's emotionally connected to you. His actions aren't just about showing affection. They're about creating moments that bring joy into your life. He's paying attention to the things you love, the things that make you smile, and he's doing everything he can to bring those things to you. So when you notice him going out of his way to make you happy, take it as a sign that he's genuinely invested in your well-being. He's not just in it for the fun or the convenience. He's in it because he cares deeply about making you feel loved and cherished. Number 9, he apologizes when he's wrong. No one's perfect. We all make mistakes. But what truly matters is how we handle those mistakes. When a man apologizes to you for something he's done wrong, it's a sign of emotional maturity. It's easy to ignore a problem, avoid confrontation, or pretend like nothing happened. But a man who is willing to take responsibility for his actions, admit when he's wrong, and offer a genuine apology is showing you a level of respect and humility that many people struggle with. Apologizing is not easy. It requires vulnerability, the ability to admit fault, and the courage to face the consequences of one's actions. When he apologizes to you, he's not just saying, "I'm sorry." He's saying, "I care enough about this relationship to fix what I've done wrong." This act is about restoring trust, repairing the bond, and showing that he values your feelings above his pride. So when a man humbly apologizes for a mistake, don't take it for granted. It's a powerful sign that he's committed to making things right, to showing you that he respects you, and to keeping the relationship strong and healthy. Number 10, he trusts you with his deepest secrets. One of the most powerful signs that a man is truly invested in you is when he starts sharing his deepest, most personal secrets. We all have things we keep hidden, past experiences, regrets, or even feelings we're too afraid to admit. But when he chooses you to confide in, it's a clear indicator that he not only trusts you, but also sees you as someone who can handle and respect his vulnerabilities. Imagine this. You're having a quiet conversation, and out of nowhere, he opens up about something he's never told anyone before. Maybe it's a painful past experience, a failure he's never shared, or even an emotional struggle he's been dealing with. You can see the hesitation in his eyes as he shares, but he does it because he knows you won't judge him. He knows that you'll listen with empathy and respect. This is a huge moment of intimacy. Men typically don't open up easily about their deepest thoughts and feelings. Society often tells them to be tough and hide their vulnerabilities. So when he chooses to let his guard down with you, it's because he trusts you completely. He's showing you that he's willing to let you see him for who he truly is, flaws and all. And that's something not every woman gets to experience. If he's sharing his secrets, he's telling you that he values your opinion and your understanding. It means you've created a safe space where he feels comfortable enough to be his true self. That's a rare and precious thing. When someone opens up to you, it's important to listen with an open heart, respect his vulnerability, and don't take it for granted. This is a moment where your support and understanding can make a real difference in deepening your bond. Be sure to reciprocate by being open about your own feelings, too. Trust is a two-way street, and the more you share, the more he'll feel that deep connection growing between you. If he's trusted you with his deepest secrets, take that as a powerful sign of his affection and commitment. Want to learn more about how men express their feelings? Like this video and subscribe to Soulful Intimacy for more insights on relationships, trust, and building meaningful connections.